Hey everybody, it's Sam Utari here, and welcome to another episode of the Guild Wars Let's Play. Now today, I'm sorry, I'm kind of sick, so my voice isn't going to travel as much as it usually does, and hopefully this game isn't going to lag, but I finally got the 2 Guild Wars videos up that I was going to do, which was the Catacombs run and part 7, but I've been having a little trouble with my computer lately, and so we'll see how this whole playthrough goes for today. But today we're heading into Regent Valley. We're doing a quest called the True King. The reason why I'm going to Regent Valley is because it takes such a long time to get there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go there first. I said that I was going to do the Looking for Group and the Necromancer quest, but truth be told, like, looking for a group takes too long. I don't want to do all the cutting and editing that I'm gonna have to do in order to get that quest done. I at least don't want to do it right now. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. Okay, so Regent Valley, up this way is Wizard's Folly, which is my bad. So, we still have the warrior set. I probably should have switched it out, but that's okay, because in Regent Valley, we will actually come across the ranger set of skills. So today we're going to do the ranger skills, we're going to do a quest called the True King, and we are hopefully going to do a couple other quests as we try and get to a place called Fort Ranik. And getting there is so long. Like, I don't know, it seems like it's a long time to me. Maybe it's not, you know, maybe I'm just imagining things and it really just doesn't take as long as a time as I think it does. But I always dreaded having to go to Regent Valley for the sole fact that it just seemed like it took absolutely forever to get anywhere and to get anything done. And then, of course, Regent Valley is not only full of devourers and bandits, it's also full of scales, and not even the complacent kind that are just going to leave you alone. It's of course the kind that has to interrupt your trip every, 2 minutes to throw a blast of whatever at you. So, we're going to see how all this goes down. We have our spider legs, which is good because we're going to be needing those. There's actually a collector in Regent Valley that collects spider legs, and usually this person holds the chest piece or the leggings to your armor. I'm kind of disappointed I still have not been able to find the Crichton chest piece for the Necromancer armor here. I'm probably going to have to look that up on Guild Wars Wiki. I want to try and have the full set beforehand, before going into post, because even though I won't need it, because I should have enough materials to make my new armor, I kind of just want to have it just to have it. It's kind of an OCD thing with me. Granted, if I was truly OCD, I'd probably want to have the headpiece too, which I have to collect 50 red iris flowers for, but in the words of a famous meme, ain't nobody got time for that. So, come on, loading screen. I know it's a big area, but sheesh. I know that I said the catacombs was a big area, and then I ended up only making a video for like 20 minutes, and it was a very terrible video at that. So I kind of feel bad. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so the only problem with your fire imp is that your fire imp likes to kill things that are attacking you, which means I'm going to try and tame a Melandru Stalker. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to leave Regent Valley, because in order to become a ranger, you have to tame a Melandru Stalker. And the only bad thing about doing that is that while you're taming it, the fire imp's going to be attacking it, and it's going to kill it. And if you kill it, you don't tame it, and if you don't tame it, you got a problem. So, I'm sorry that I had to go out and whatever, but we're going to go back in, and this time we are not going to summon our fire imp friend to Fort Ranik. Yes, you say that, but at the same time. Now, these devourers, they're not going to attack you, or at least they shouldn't. You should be able to just walk right by them when they're not being douchebags and not letting you pass. They're pretty complacent, and that's fine, because we just need to get right here, in this green circle area that I just fucked up. Okay, so let me explain a few things. Okay, so Rowan, he's a collector, and he wants 3 dull carapaces for nothing. Okay, so this is the Ranger Master, and I want to explain something to you. This is a tamer, and what a tamer does is whenever you train an animal companion, you can only have one animal companion. Okay? Well, you're just good, huh? But anyways, you can only have one animal companion at a time. So say I tame the animal he's going to want me to tame. And now I've gone into first person view, and this sucks, you guys. Oh god, what am I going to do? Does this work? No. Okay, so I'm going to be in first person view for the remainder of the game, and this is really shitty. So anyways, tamers, basically what they do is they, if you tame the animal that he wants you to tame, and then you decide that you want like a warthog or a wolf, you have to first drop your first animal companion off at a tamer. And then after you have, dropped your animal companion off at the tamer, then, you can go get a new animal, but until then, not so much. So hey, I gotta talk to you. I hate being in first person. Welcome to the woods of Regent Valley, blessed by Melandru and kept by the Rangers. How may we guide you today? The Ranger's Companion. One of the great joys in a Ranger's life is earning the trust of animal companion. If you are interested, I will give you a skill that will allow you to charm an animal. However, it would not be fitting, so close to a shrine of Melandru, to charm just any creature. Along the path here, you will find a shrine. Nearby, you may find one of the rare cats known by the name of Melandru's Stalker. If you can charm one of these animals, you will truly have Melandru's blessing. I am willing. Teach me ranger skills. Okay, so basically, here's what we got. We have Comfort Animal, Troll Ungent, and we have Charm Animal. Now, Charm Animal only needs to stay in your skill set so long as you don't have an animal. Okay? And, so basically, you go up to an animal that's charmable, which I'll show you, and then you press this, and then I'll explain it whenever I'm doing it. Now, Comfort Animal, once you already have an animal companion near you, or attached to you, I guess I should say, you use Comfort Animal so that that pet gains 20 health, and also if your pet dies, it resurrects your pet. Troll Ungent's really helpful. Basically, it gives you a +3 health regeneration, and gives you more health regeneration for every wilderness survival skill you have. And so that's basically the basic ranger skills. Yes, I know I'm boring. Thanks, Nente. Anyways, I'm going to be right back, you guys. I am going to get out of this first-person bullshit, because I don't like it, and I don't have a mouse, and I need a mouse in order to get out of said first person. So I'll be back in just a minute, and just be patient with me, okay? Yay! Okay, alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Like, I hate first-person view. Okay, so our new quest is to go tame a Melandru Stalker, which is this way, which is by the actual statue of Melandru. I believe that the statue is this way. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Because we have to go on this path over here. Don't like it. Sorry, my computer's gonna lag a lot because it's trying to install the mouse that I just plugged in, because I don't use a mouse on my laptop, and of course, like I just said, I use a laptop for playing this game, and etc. So it's trying to install a mouse that's been installed like a billion times before, and it's gonna take several minutes because I'm running the recording stuff, and because of etc. And I don't want to fuck with it right now. Like, I would unplug it and then just forget about it, but then I'm sure that it would mess up the playthrough or something. So, but the only shitty thing is that that little delay is going to make this video a lot longer than what I want, and I am going to have to, like, cut and all that other stuff. Cut, copy, paste, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is a Melandru Stalker. This, of course, is the statue of Melandru. The lady pouring water, which is a tree. It's very beautiful. Okay. So this is a Melandru Stalker. So basically, any animal that is green, meaning a moa bird or etc., they are charmable. The only animal that is not charmable in this game is a moss spider, which some of them appear green, some of them don't. So we're going to go ahead and tame this Melandru Stalker. So while you're charming an animal, as you can see, they attack you, and you can't do anything. until that bar is like completely full. Once it's completely full, ta-da, you have a pet Melandru Stalker. It is now yours. It is no longer red, it is now your companion. Now, the thing is some people like to name their pets, and you'll see that often if you travel with a bunch of people. And the way you name your pet is you're going to type in / pet name with a space, and then whatever you want their name to be. In this case, we're going to name them Timo. You're going to press enter, and now suddenly, your pet Melandru Stalker is now pet Timo. See? It's changed to Timo. Alright, so now us and Timo are going to go back to Ninte. If you're wondering, the reason why I am naming my pet Timo is because Pokemon X and Y came out today, but because I'm fucking lame and I don't have a 3DS, and I can't buy a 3DS, and I can't buy the actual game because it would be in German, and I'm not buying a German Pokemon game. Yeah, I was gonna name my Chespin. Yes, I'm Team Chespin. I was going to name him Timo. So, since I can't have a Chespin, my Melandru Stalker will be named Timo. Now, the thing is I wanted to train a Warthog for Arceus and name it Timo. But the thing is when I was thinking about it, later on down the line, you have to do a quest where Ranger Ninte's like telling you how the Melandru Stalkers are now nearly extinct, and he wants to see one, and so you have to have one in your party. Either that or you have to give up your pet to an actual tamer in order to charm one, and I don't really feel like doing that. Because your pet is level 5 right now, but your pet levels up with you. So as you level up, your pet levels up, and it can go all the way up to level 20 like you can, so. You've done very well. It's not easy to charm one of these cats. The gods are smiling on you. You've now shown the potential to be a good ranger. Taking ranger as a secondary profession will give you access to all the ranger skills and allow you to train in marksmanship, beast mastery, and wilderness survival. You must still bear the armor of your primary profession. Since we've tried all the powers and I've decided that I do want to be a ranger and have the pet companion, I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I'm ready to become a ranger. Doing so means that I'm finally, congratulations, you now have 2 professions. Melandru will guide you in using all your abilities to the fullest. So now that we've done that, now that we are a ranger, we now have access to the ranger skills permanently, and we also have access to the ranger quests within Pre-Searing. So not only did that give us more skills, this also gave us more quests to do in Pre-Searing before we leave, which will be nice. Okay, so now we've completed the secondary profession, and we're going to go back to doing the quest called the True Power of the King, or the True King, or Power of the True King, or Blood of the True King, or whatever the fuck it was called. So now we're going to go back, and now we can head to Fort Ranik. No, when I first started this game, like I said, I was a Necromancer Elementalist, and my friends kind of rushed me through it, so I never understood the importance of the decision. I didn't know that being 2 spellcasters would make you, like, really freaking weak, and I don't know, like, it's all about the pairing, it's all about the character build. So yeah, as you can see, whenever I attack now something, my pet runs after it first. This is good for being a spellcaster because now you can just kind of stay basically in hindsight, you can stay in the back of the line and not have to worry about everything. When we get to Regent Valley, I'm going to go ahead and take Charm Animal out of my little thing and see if I have another skill I can add in there instead. Probably put back in Deathly Sworn. And then I'm going to rearrange all my stuff as well. And we don't have the Resurrection Signet, because otherwise I'd put the Resurrection Signet there. But then again, I'm debating, because really I don't think the Resurrection Signet is necessary. Because technically, if you have the Resurrection Signet, you usually don't have a chance to use it before you're actually dead yourself. And usually you die long before your monk dies. And even if your monk dies first, you're basically screwed anyways. So I don't know, it's all a bit of craziness, really. So it's debatable on whether or not you want the Resurrection Signet in your thing. Like, obviously, if you're traveling with a party, or whatnot of real people, I would keep resurrection signal on you just because. But any other reason besides that, like, it just takes up a skill. It just takes up a skill area, and you could be using it for something 10 times more effective. I mean, I technically can't say much because I use it on my Mesmer all the time, and I never change it. But that's just because I really just don't need very many more powers than what I already have as a Mesmer. See, this is what I talked about. Bandits and scales, like, everywhere. And when you're talking to Nente, it's just devourers all over the place. And then, as you get closer to Regent Valley, or not Regent Valley, we're in Fort Ranik itself, there's a quest where a girl will have you picking up her apple basket because she dropped it due to all the spiders. So if you're arachnophobic, then this isn't going to be a very fun episode for you, because there will be a lot of spiders. And they do crawl down the trees very creepily. But I heard that there's a mod in Skyrim where you can turn it on, and if you're arachnophobic, it turns all the spiders into bears. Yes, thank you, helpful tip. I already know what Troll Engine does. I appreciate it, though. Wait. Okay, so we've crossed the bridge. I'm thinking of it as the halfway point. I don't know if it actually is the halfway point. I don't actually think that it is, but I'm going to pretend like it is. There's also a merchant along the way here, I do believe. I just haven't seen him yet. And I believe that I'm going to need him because I'm going to be using my salvage kit a lot. Now my goal for this playthrough is that before we go to Pre-Searing, I want to at least be level 8. Like, this is my goal, like, my solid goal. Because the thing is like, my monk has done almost every quest there is known to man. There's the merchant. My monk has done every quest in Pre-Searing basically known to man, even the secret quests where you have to go kill a bear in whatever amount of time. And yeah, and she's, like, practically level 9 almost. And I know that with my ranger on my main account's named Vince, I know that when he went through Pre-Searing, I did the same thing with him, and he also got to level 8, and he didn't do the secret quests. So I know that the way that you spend your time is important, and I understand that you can basically do a lot of stuff, enough to get you to level 8. Shit, my inventory's full. Okay, we're gonna drop this then. I'll pick it back up in a moment. I wanna, thank you. One belts. Well, I had just enough. And now all these iron ingots. What? I got rocks for that? Well, at least I got iron for that. Rocks for that. And probably wood for that. And the flame artifact I'll get more rocks for. The only problem is really just not knowing what you're gonna get for all the different items that you salvage. Like, cause you'll see a sword, and then you're like, okay, I should get an iron ingot for that. And then of course, like you just saw, you got like rocks. The thing is like, I don't really know anywhere where granite slabs are actually used, except for when you make like weapons. But even then, it's just not as normal. So I love how they put the merchant there, because they know that by the time you make it to this point, you've already fought so many bandits and other things that your inventory is probably getting full. This is actually what I consider to be the part, like, right before you reach Fort Ranik, because it's a bridge, and there's a whole bunch of scale here, walking back and forth, basically migrating. And this is what's going to get you, if anything. Because they're all brood collars. We're going to animate a bone horn. Okay, so Teemo has leveled up, which is nice. I like it. Yeah, Teemo gets just as much experience as you. Good job. So proud of you. And now we can animate another one. And in a minute we can animate another one. And now we can have 3. Good. Okay, so we have 3 bone horrors. So we can deal with this madness. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. I mean, if you have it Flan. Go on, at me. Go ahead. And now watch this massive battle of blah. So you have the bone horrors taking care of this area. We're gonna need this blood renewal. There we go. This is the only thing like keeping me alive right now. So I might just die, and if I do, I'm gonna be very angry. Because this isn't what I wanted. Go, Timo. Save me. I'm gonna go ahead and steal your health. Thank you very kindly. I'm gonna animate you. Go attack my foes. And then they're gonna go attack him. And then that'll be the end of that. God, look at all these items. 4 gold, fire wand, fire staff, gold, frost artifact. Look at this, you guys. It's like Christmas. Oh, my inventory's full already. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down because this is unidentified and I can't salvage it. I can only salvage 5 items, but that's okay. Because it's 5 items more than what I have. Skeleton, spear staff, short sword. Go attack him, don't just look at him. I'm gonna go over here and collect my stuff. Oh, no, here. I want the gold, I want the fin, and I want the wand. Now the good thing about things like scale fins and etc., you can just buy, or you can just hold on to them in massive amounts so they don't take up too much room in your inventory, but obviously stuff like Ornate Buckler and Faux Hammer, those by themselves are always separate. It drives me nuts because really they don't have to be a separate thing. Oh, okay, yeah, they do, because every time you pick up an Ornate Buckler, one might do like +5 damage and one might do like +7. So, yeah. Alright, so here is the respawn point, which we are really close to. I'm going to try not to engage in them as much as possible. And right here, of course, is Fort Ranik. I do believe. Yep. So we finally come across Fort Ranik, but before we go inside, I'm going to go ahead and do this quest for Mary Malone, because Fort Ranik will basically be the end of our questing. And so basically it says, I'm glad you happened to come along. Could you help me, please? I was out here picking apples. I'd almost filled my basket when the spiders, they were everywhere. It must have been the scent of the apples that attracted them. Anyways, I dropped my basket and ran. What else could I do? But I won't get any wages today if I don't get that basket back. Can you go into the orchard and get my basket for me? Those spiders won't give you any trouble. I'll warrant. Sure, miss, no problem at all. So this is one of those quests where it's really tiresome and it feels like it's never going to end. And the basket isn't actually very far away. The only problem with the basket, so on and whatever, is that it's one of those things, it's like with the honeycomb. Remember, you couldn't like walk and attack at the same time? It's one of those situations. So basically we're going to go through here and we're going to go get her basket back. And the whole time we're going to get her basket back, we're going to run into spiders. And if we don't run into spiders the whole way getting there, we're definitely going to run into spiders the whole way back. Yep, giant ape spider. This is what I'm talking about. So it's better to kill them now, and then to not kill them later. But at the same time, Now spider legs we can of course pick up because we need to trade those and because we already have some in our inventory. Damn it, needle spider. And the thing is they show up now, and then they show up again whenever you have the basket. I think that's what bothers me the most. So on the way back, I'm going to be totally reliant on Timo, because here's the basket up here. I'm going to be totally reliant of Timo and of my fire imp to keep me alive while I'm fighting off these needle spiders. It's one of those things where you're just gonna have to run. You can't really do anything about it. Because you can't stand and fight. And I could put down the basket and just keep, like, and then fight and then pick it back up. But honestly, it's just not worth it. Mr. Tree disappeared for a minute, having some graphics issues. Okay, so we have now killed those spiders. We're gonna pick up the basket of apples, and as I said, more are gonna show up now. Now I could still use powers like vampiric, whatever, and I can use vampiric touch if I'm close enough. So this isn't like a huge problem, but at the same time, it's still just not the coolest thing in the world. Okay, I want you to turn around, and I want you to run. So, this is basically the speed in which we're going to be going back. So I'm going to go ahead and use my vampiric powers. Another spider web. I collect those because those are salvage items, and granted, you really don't get anything from it. Like, you generally don't get anything good from them, but still, you should always salvage items. It's a habit you should probably pick up in pre-searing and stick with. So. Now, I feel like this game was really good, especially for, like, cape movements and etc. I think they did a really good job, but I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to animate a bone horror from him. And we're going to go attack you. Okay. And now whenever there's a spider, my bone horror is going to go attack it first. Like now. And so I'm just going to go ahead and walk. Go ahead, attack me. You dropped a spider leg. Okay. And now I'm going to animate a bone horror from you. See, I don't really use necromancers much. And so the whole animate bone horror thing, like, I've never been very strategic with it. And so I'm trying to put it into play now, because since we are playing Archisphere, and he is a necromancer, you know, I'm kind of wanting to do things right, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Now, even though there were no spiders here, there are probably going to be spiders that show up. They do show up every once in a while, I do believe. I don't think you're safe just after the 1 point. No, actually, I think we might be safe. Okay, so we're officially out of the frying pan. Now that all the spiders are gone. And we can drop off this basket, which will be nice. Now, do not drop the basket before talking to her. Talk to her with the basket. Okay, and she wants to give you 2 items. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. And then this. So that she can give us the 2 items. Thank you so much, you're so kind to help me, I don't know what I would have done. Okay, so she gives you these 2 items. We've now completed this quest. And because we've completed this quest, we can now head into Fort Ranik. One of the most exciting moments ever. Now that we are in the city, now that we're in Fort Ranik, we can actually go in there and change our skills. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how the skill thing works. Like I said, you can only change them in towns. So what we're going to do is we're just going to reorder all of this nonsense. So I want this here. I still want life supply. I still want animate blood horror. Wilderness survival. Beast mastery. We need comfort animal to keep our pet in our party. I'm gonna need troll unguent to stay alive. Sometimes. And I'm gonna go ahead and switch these 2. Okay, so here's our new lineup. Simple as that. And I'm gonna put some things in wilderness survival. Actually, no. I'm gonna put some of my stuff in beast mastery. And then put 2 in wilderness survival. 1 in beast mastery, so that now that my pet is healed for 26 health. I'm gonna go ahead and keep death magic and try and keep it up as much as possible. But these are the 2 things I want to really focus on, because marksmanship I'll never use because I'm never going to use a bow. Curses and soul reaping, I'm not really sure I'll ever use either of those, but I know that death magic for making the bone horrors and blood magic, obviously, for the vampiric stuff, I will definitely be using more often. Obviously, if you didn't see, the green areas in the description of your power are what's changed whenever you apply attribute points. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so going in here, the spider collector's here. Let's see what he has. Yes, he has Crichton leggings for 3 spider legs. So we're gonna go and exchange them. Oh, I forgot, our inventory can't hold that many items. Oh shit. Okay, so first we're gonna sell some stuff, and then we're gonna see. After we get the Crichton leggings, all we need is the actual chest piece, and then we're good. So, as usual, selling all the blue things that I don't need, because those are usually worth the most money. I'm gonna go ahead and I do want a salvage kit. But I'm probably gonna need 2, but I only have enough money for 1. So let's see. First, let's go get the leggings, and then we'll salvage some stuff. We'll sell the rest of what we can't salvage. Okay, so we've exchanged. Good. Inventory. There's this. Let's see. Okay, so now we have the Crichton leggings. Permanently destroy Initiate's leggings. Yes, because we don't need it. So now we have the Crichton leggings. We're looking kind of mismatched at the moment, which isn't a big deal. You'll have that in games. We have our salvage kit, so we're gonna go ahead and salvage. Oh yeah, they do give you glittering dust. So we're gonna go ahead and salvage all this shit, and then we're probably gonna sell our spider legs. I'm gonna go ahead and take the scale fins, because scales are something that are actually harder to find in post-searing, and so you might want to salvage as many as you can while you can. So for then, we're going to go ahead and sell our irises, and we're going to sell the rest of what we don't have. So selling this, and then selling our spider legs, and selling our fire staff, which puts us in a pretty good position if we want another salvage kit, but I will need a few more before we leave. But I really want to collect some gold before we go into post-searing, because we're going to need that too, unless I just kind of want to rough it like anybody else would. Alright, so here's where we needed to go. Lord Darren. What's this, a letter from the Duke? Oh, I see. The good Duke suggests that I'm not doing enough to serve Ascalon. See what he says here? I trust you and your men, being so far from the conflicts at the wall, have ample resources to hunt down this char. Between you and me, Barradin is fortunate he is so skilled a warrior, else he'd learn to regret being such a poor diplomat. In any case, his message has been received. You may consider yourself dismissed. Thank you. Awesome, now we're level 7, because we gained a lot of experience points from that. So we have 5 unused points. So I want to go ahead and use the 5 points. Since I can't put it in blood magic, I want to go ahead and put it in death magic. And I can't put it anywhere else because I only have the 1 unused points. That's pretty much all we can do. So we're already level 7, guys. We're only 1 more to our goal. As far as our quests goes now, we've completed a second profession. We can go and do that. We still have Across the Wall, Adventure with an Ally, Power with Blood, and there's still a few things that we can do in Wizard's Folly. There are some ranger quests that we can do, so I'll probably go and do those. But for now, let's go ahead and head back to Ascalon so that we can complete our second profession, which after we complete the second profession, they'll ask us if we want to go to post-searing, but I still do not want to go to post-searing yet because there's too much that we have to do. So, Armin Saberlin. He'll want us to go to talk to Titus. Choosing a second profession can be one of the most difficult decisions facing a young soldier. Hell, I already knew what I wanted. But don't be afraid you've made the wrong choice. There is no right or wrong choice. Every combination of professions has unique benefits and possibilities. Now it's up to you to take advantage of them. Okay. You look ready for war, Archosphere. Ready as any time for the first time, at any rate. That's good. For what I've seen, the war party will be prepared and to head out soon. You'd best go talk to Sir Titus, lest they set forth without you. Okay, so basically, Path to Glory is your final mission, and once you talk to Sir Titus, he'll ask you to enter the Ascalon Academy. Yeah, the Ascalon Academy. And once you enter the Academy, you'll go through a test, which there's no winning or losing in this test, and you'll see it whenever we exit. and then you'll go on your final mission with Prince Rurik. But we don't want to do that yet, because, like I said, there's just still too much we have to do. Now, I do want to see something. I want to see if Prince Rurik has a quest for us called Char in the Catacombs, because I forget where this actual mission is. But I know that we have to go talk to Oberon whenever we, Oberon the Reviled, which is in the Catacombs. And since we're heading into the Catacombs anyways for the Power of Blood, I want to make sure that we have like a bunch of quests lined up first. Aha! I think he does have something. So let us see. Prince Rurik. Yep, Char in the Catacombs. The Char agent that you and Devona witnessed leading the Grawl worries me greatly. I've questioned the guards and many of the townsfolk, but none have seen him. I suspect that he is using the catacombs to move through the countryside unseen. My men are all busy safeguarding the wall, and I can spare none of them. If you are willing, I'd like you to go into the catacombs to see if you can find any evidence as to where this Char is hiding. Perhaps Brother Menlo at the Abbey has seen something. I'll find the evidence you seek. Okay, so the quest itself is pretty simple. We have to go talk to Menlo. Menlo says, hey, I don't go into the catacombs, talk to Mune. Then you go talk to Mune, and she says, well, I might have seen something, but I'm not so sure, or whatever. And she says, go talk to Oberon, because he lives inside the catacombs. And then finally you talk to Oberon, and he gives you a Char tooth. So, and then that, of course, is your evidence which you give to Rurik, and then that quest is complete. But Oberon himself, he's going to have a quest for us too, because he's a necromancer, and so he's probably going to teach us about curses and soul reaping. So whenever we go there, it'll probably be 3 quests all in one, and it'll be a day in itself. Anyways, I'm not really sure how long this video has been. I hope it's been long enough, at least for your likes. I'm going to try and get some red dyes while I'm here. But anyways, this has been Samutari playing Guild Wars Part 8. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm sorry that we did another bit of running around. I'm sorry if this video was again too short. It's just that I want to kind of keep things kind of organized in a sense that we can go to an area and get everything done at once rather than jumping from place to place to place. So next time we're going to go ahead and do Char in the Catacombs, the Power of Blood, and whatever Oberon wants for us. And all of this is going to take place in the Catacombs itself. And then after that, then we're going to go ahead and do all the random quests, which is the hunting quest in Wizard's Folly. We'll probably do the Hunter's Horn, and then the trial with the Plague Worms, and that'll be a short episode, but because it's just the 2 quests. And then whenever we come back for the last episodes, we'll do Across the Wall and Adventure with an Ally, and that'll be more of a quick cut thing as well before we go to the Path of Glory, which is kind of like a story mission, and then we go into Pre-Searing. So we basically have 4 episodes, I believe, left is what it's going to be. About 4 videos before we go into Pre-Searing. So have a good look around, you guys, because this Ascalon will not be around much longer before we go into the 5-year future or whatever. Anyways, this has been Samutari. Leave me a like if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more. Go ahead and leave me a comment in the section below letting me know what you want to see. Because once we go into Pre-Searing, there's a huge world out there. And so leave me a comment letting me know what you want to see. Leave me some suggestions. I'm always up for suggestions. Like, tell me something I'm missing in Pre-Searing if you've played before. Or maybe something you heard, like a rumor you heard that maybe we can explore. I'm willing to do all that as well. And lastly, hit subscribe if you want to know when I'm coming up with new videos. And check with me online to see what kind of shenanigans I'm up to. Shenanigans is one of my favorite words of the week. Anyways, this is Samutari out. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright. Ciao, you guys.